With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Miami Dolphins. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
The All-Pro Justin Tucker set to do the honors, and we are underway now for Baltimore. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Miami led onto the field by Jay Cutler in this last week. The upset win over the Atlanta Falcons after being down 17-0 in that game. Well, the Chiefs lost, so there's no more undefeated teams, so the 72 Dolphins can celebrate. So good weekend in Miami.
So you're saying old school, new school, able to link arms and celebrate, right? You mentioned the Dolphins of 72. Well, they get to keep their undefeated status. That's perfect. And then new school, going to Atlanta and upsetting the Falcons. Jay Cutler getting more comfortable as a starting quarterback for Miami.
On first down, it's Cutler. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. In the victory over Atlanta last week, Jay Ajayi, good game. First 100-yard game since the Dolphins' Week 2 victory.
Yeah, they did that on the road against the L.A. Chargers. Ran for 122 yards. Comes back in this one on the road against Atlanta, 130 yards. So coaches always talk about having a running game that can travel, that can help a team. It's working pretty well in Miami, isn't it?
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that. Yeah,
it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Cutler. The Fasano here brings it in. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That throw good for 4. It's second down. A look now at the Miami offense.
I know we don't like to get totally bogged down in numbers, but Miami was 24th in offense in 2016. Should not have been a surprise, though. Brand new coaching staff, brand new offense. Took a little while to get going, but by the end of the year, they were starting to look like a really potent attack.
On second down, here's Cutler. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And now it's third down. And here are the Raven defensive starters.
When talking about the Ravens defense, it's pretty easy to take them for granted, isn't it? Traditionally a top 10 defense, but if you take a closer look at the numbers in 2016, that might surprise you about how good they were during the season. 5th against the run, 9th against the pass, 7th overall. Once again, the Baltimore Ravens, one of the better defenses in the NFL.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Cutler to throw again. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Second and 10. It's Cutler again. Looking again for Thomas. This time complete. And he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the 2nd time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. Here's Ajayi. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Cutler. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Now Cody Parkey out to try the field goal. And Parkey's kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
rookie now, following the made field goal to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Baltimore trots out there coming off a tough overtime loss against Chicago last week. And Joe Flacco, Charles, back-to-back games now without throwing a touchdown pass.
That is really surprising. Now it's, what, 3 out of his last 4 games without a touchdown pass. Just 3 of 18 on third downs against Chicago in their loss at home. In fact, the only points they got in terms of touchdowns in the special teams. Kickoff return, punt return, which is somewhat ironic because the head coach, John Harbaugh, made his reputation in the league as a special teams coach.
Now a carry here for Terrence West. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And here now, the Baltimore offense.
This organization's identity for years has been its defense. But if you take a closer look at the offense in 2016, better than you might think. 17th overall, 12th in passing. They're looking to take the next step now to becoming a top 10 offense in the NFL.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. They'll run again here with West. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
But I think a lot of people thought that Baltimore would draft at least one runner. In fact, they didn't take any skill position players in the draft. So I think a lot's still going to fall on Terrence West.
Well, he did have over 1,000 yards from scrimmage last year, a career high. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got the hook up for the first time with a veteran, Jeremy Maclin. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We're back to Baltimore after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Flacco. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that play certainly took a long time, and that's why a lot of coaches in training camp, they use a whistle or a horn at about 3 seconds because they want the ball in the hands of the quarterback. They want the play to develop quickly and get the ball downfield. This one had to go over 5 seconds holding on to the football, and then he ends up getting hit, and they have an incompletion.
They'll run it with West, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you described that because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. it's really hard to get a play started then because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was 0 space, no gain.
12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Throwing here on first down, Flacco. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. This is West, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Zone first down for Flacco. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up first and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit, thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll try to pound it in with West. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Flacco. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Lawrence Timmons able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. This is the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. Now a toss. This is West. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Terrence West taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens are in for 6.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it's West that finishes it off with a touchdown run. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Well, before this next offensive drive gets going, you know, we still have 2 0-6 teams in the NFL, the 49ers and the Browns, and you're looking at me because I know you made a prediction that one of these 2 teams would win this past week.
Yeah, we had the Giants in there going into it as well, right? We had the Giants, 49ers, and Browns, and I predicted that the Browns would be the first to get off the schneid. Instead, it was the Giants. So the Browns looking at me with a little crooked eye, aren't they? Like, hey, just leave us alone and let us play. Don't make any more predictions, man.
Here we go now.
Play action. It's Cutler. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Cutler. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
On 3rd down, Cutler. And Stills over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Cutler. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Absolutely zero surprise at that throw we just saw. I mean, Jay Cutler has a whip for an arm.
He's had it since he won his state title at Heritage Hills High School in southern Indiana.
Where in southern Indiana, though?
Well, he's born in Santa Claus. How about that?
That's pretty strong right there.
Nearby to my hometown of Evansville. Bet you've never been there, have you?
I have not been there, but I'm looking forward to being invited for a holiday cheer.
You're invited. Put that on your bucket list.
Thank you.
From the red zone now, here's Cutler on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. They'll try to run with a J. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. They run with a J. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Well, they held him out on second down, and now here's 3rd and goal. Here's Cutler to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Julius Thomas from a yard out. And the Dolphins are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Well, we got a second here before this next drive starts. It seems like every week we're talking injuries, and we had 3 quarterback shoulder injuries from this last week.
Yeah, and it's really unfortunate because we're talking about some of the most recognizable players in the league. Jameis Winston really coming on as a young quarterback. Trevor Siemian, captain of the Denver Broncos, and won the job for a 2nd year in a row. And, of course, Aaron Rodgers may be the best quarterback in the league. You know, Rodgers probably gone for the season. Winston, I think they could have brought him back, but they were cautious with him and kept him out of the game. And Siemian did play in the second half, and they lost to the Giants.
Yeah, that's the good news. 2 of the 3 able to return. Unfortunately for Rodgers, not looking so good. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over, and we'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Flacco from the gun. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and it's 3rd and 4.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Third down, Flacco from the gun. And Watson has it right side. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Once more, it's Flacco. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And Ndamukong Suh getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. The Ravens trail at home at halftime. The Dolphins have come in and looked good as the road team, and will just keep trying to play hard and maintain the lead going forward. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 1st and 10, Cutler's going to complete the pass, and he ends up at the 44-yard line before he stopped. Dolphins still would settle for just a field goal. Ravens with the ball late in the half. West has got it on the run, and finally on play 14, they score. They're now on top by 4. Staying late in the second, Cutler's going to find his mark, and he'll be tackled at the 41-yard line. Still late stages of the second. Thomas has got nobody around him on the catch, and he capped off the long drive with the TD, which takes the lead to 3.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Flacco off play action. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, Charles, let's take a step back from this game for a second. We're 6 weeks into the NFL season. Super Bowl predictions. What do you have?
I go back to preseason. We had a little chat about it, and, of course, we both said, hey, let's go out on a limb and pick some wild ones. And, of course, that meant you took?
Yeah, I took the Falcons and the Patriots really out on a limb.
Yeah, and I took the Patriots and the Packers. Did the exact same thing. We both kind of went chalk across the board on that one. But now that we're 6 weeks in, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I've got a revision. I'm going to go Browns 49ers.
I love it. Now, it's going to be a bowl. Maybe not super.
Maybe not super.
In this year.
But they're not mathematically eliminated.
No.
Who are you taking?
Listen, Green Bay now might not have Aaron Rodgers the rest of the way. New England's struggling on defense. Okay, if we're going to take a little bit of a revision here, let's go with the Kansas City Chiefs coming out of the AFC and coming out of the NFC. Somehow, defense finds its way through. Seattle struggles their way in and gets it done.
The Ravens on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. They'll run it here. This is Buck Allen. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Here's Sam Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Wow, I can't help it. When I see Jay Cutler throw the football and throw one like that with a big completion, I can't help but be impressed.
His arm strength, such an asset. Huh?
It really is, because it gets him in trouble sometimes, but I think it gets him out of trouble more often than that.
Fresh set of downs here.
Let's go! 3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now it's Cutler. On the left side, this is Stills. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now Cutler on first down. Incomplete. He was trying for his tight end, the veteran Anthony Fasano, and that'll bring up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
All right, here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Cutler. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now it's Ajayi. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On second down, Cutler. He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. This is Ajayi. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Jay Ajayi taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Dolphins add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Now Parkey for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Jay Ajayi. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Byron Maxwell. And the return will stop right around the 25.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Now, they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Let's go!
They run again with Ajayi. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go! 3-19! 3-19!
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Cutler. He's going to float this one deep right side. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Lardarius Webb.
Some things you just accept as fact in the NFL. And one that is true, the Baltimore Ravens are going to attack you on defense and create turnovers and takeaways. Their secondary had 18 interceptions in 2016.
That was tied for the most in the league. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They start on the ground with West. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
On the ground, it's West again. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Stays on his feet. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cameron Wake in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Second down, Flacco now. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Fake to Allen. Here's Flacco. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here we go, 4th down, 4th quarter, Flacco. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Here to his running back, and he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole, 3rd and long.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 37. And Parkey's kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
Parkey now following the made field goal to kick this one off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now ready for another possession. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Looking left side. That's caught by Macklin. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Throwing here on first down. Flacco. And this is intercepted. intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And out come the Dolphins now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he stopped immediately there. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Cutler kneels on it, and that should just about do it. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.